when you're young and you're learning, it gets in your blood. Once you get that sheep grease in your blood, there's nothing else you want to do except for shear sheep, maybe drink a little bit of beer. But here we go. With these Evergreens, they got sheep number 3 on the board, stands 2, 3, and 4. Down the last side, and David Hodge on stand.
The brisket she goes. Right there, stands 3, 2, 3, and 4. Right there with each other. Nothing separating them at the moment. Down the last side they go. Blow for blow, ladies and gentlemen. These Evergreens, I tell you what, they are having their time in the sun, ladies and gentlemen. And Steve Cooper into the pen he goes. For his 4th and final sheep, ladies and gentlemen. Jules Angus Burney, in she goes. Mike Hamilton in for his 4th sheep. Down the belly they work. Graham Rodley on 1. Up and around the shoulders he goes. Sheep 3 on the board for him. Up and around the shoulders. David Hodge down there on stand number 6. I can't quite see what sheep he's on, but all these judges are very good at standing in the way. Kevin Buckman into the pen he goes. Sheep number 4 on the board for him.
Oh, the hustle and bustle is all on stand number 3 at the moment. Stephen Cooper from Oportiki. He's actually managing to put a sheep around Graham Rodley from Wairarapa just down the road on stand number 1. And if you have a look at those points, Rodley is going to need to get a sheep put around him because his job, his quality is absolutely immaculate. Down there on stand number 6 is another very, very good quality job. But the Stephen Cooper, last side for him, sheep's trying to give a little bit of a struggle, but he's got her right where he wants her. There's no way she's going to go anywhere. So give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's Stephen Cooper. He's the fish.
Who will be the first one to... Bit of a niggle there. Bit of a niggle it cost them. It's got... Ay. There we go. Well done, you two boys. Very, very close in the end. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 and 6. Kevin Buckman, David Hodge.
Look at this Nuki Gordon. He looks very focused. I haven't seen him look like that before. Last time was when his kid was running through the supermarket with no pants on. But we've got Graham Rodley from Wairarapa. Long blow time coming up. These sheep are very, very strong. So it does take a bit of technique to try and keep them, as we say, on the ground. These sheep are wild animals, ladies and gentlemen. They don't live in the backyard and come and drink out of a bottle every morning. These things are raised out on the hills. So down to the flank he rolls. Finishing touches, ladies and gentlemen. Please give them a hand. Give all these Evergreens a hand. These are the innovators.
Ooh.
So following on from this, we will roll on with the Evergreen Grade 2. And heat number 1 will be Philip Woodward, Alan Schofield, Willie Buick, Richard Pearson. And heat number 2 will be John Hand, Alan Williams, Peter McCabe, Edwin Perry.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we just wait for a start, we need to acknowledge our sponsors for this Evergreen event. Wairarapa Helicopters, Still Shop Masterton, ladies and gentlemen, and we thank them very much for their sponsorship.
Still Shop Masterton is an award-winning store at local and national level that strives to provide consistent and reliable customer service at the highest levels. We pride ourselves in supplying the best in brand equipment, backed by quality service from factory-trained staff. Still Shop Master and all our staff are proud and enthusiastic supporters of the Wairarapa farming community and community in general, and are thrilled to be involved and support the Golden Shears. Jeremy Sharp.
Righty guys, we just wait for a green light from the back door. We're waiting for the second, and we may give them back to you.
Judges, just a reminder, we want your $2 in the morning for the sweepstake. Judges, your $2 in the morning. Rabbit, you can put in 4. If you're wanting to get in with the speed share this evening, I think you can enter when we come back for the evening session. There's only 30 spaces. Okay, we have a green light. Timekeepers ready. Shearers, get set, go. Okay, if you know somebody up there, make a little bit of noise. We got the Nuki Gordon on stand number 1. His name should be Naughty Gordon with all the children he has, but he is a good man. That's our call steward on stand number 1. We have Bruce Pankhurst from Masterton also on stand number 2. Dave Brooker, Rangiora, Russell Knight from Apathy, Peter Taylor from Palmerston North, and Willie Wecker-Smith from Mahia. Okay, I've just been told that there's actually 24 places in each grade. That is for the senior and open speed share this evening. So if you want to get in, you need to get in probably about 6 o'clock. They'll be doing that. Last heat. Nuki Gordon, he's got a monster. But he's very, very skilled, this guy. He's got an amazing family of competitors and he's taught them all one by one. That's Nuki Gordon. Russell Knight moves into the undermine. Dave Brooker, been there, done that, Kerry.
Yeah, all good shearers on the right, these boys, ladies and gentlemen. Especially the man down here on stand number 1. He's been calling all day. Up the neck he goes. Around the shoulders he goes, takes the trimming on the back side of the leg and down and into the long blow he will go. Bruce Pankhurst, up and around the neck he goes, breaks that neck well open, takes the cheek wall, works his way around the shoulder. Greg Herrick, can you come up to the announcers table please? And we. Sheep number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Down and into the long blow they go. Dave Booker. Russell Knight leading the way at the moment. Nuki Gordon right there as well. Stands 1, 3 and 4 right there with each other, ladies and gentlemen. Under that final shoulder they go. Down and out the flank. 4 competition sheep to be shorn in this Evergreens semi-final number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Proudly sponsored by the Wairarapa Helicopters, Still Shop Masterton, and we thank these sponsors very, very much. Down and... oh, crikey, I'm trying to die. Down and out the flank goes Bruce Pankhurst. Into the pins goes the boys on.
He's thinking about going back full-time shearing. We've got Wooly down there on stand number 6. Round the head he works, but the speed is coming from stands 1 and stand 3. Down over the shoulder work these 2 gladiators. We've got Russell Knight. Russell was inky pinky, so you need to get a bit ahead of him in speed. We're going to go from 18 down to the top 6. So these shearers, they need to keep the job right. Nuki Gordon, I think he's actually taken the lead off Brooker. He's working away nicely. Come on, Nuki. Keep it going, mate. Keep the rhythm. Keep the flow. Here he goes. In for sheep number 4. Nuki got change of handpiece. That's a very good move. Russell Knight and Brooker both running. Nuki Gordon, I think he's got them. Kerry. On Nuki, he's changed his handpiece.
Yeah, it might be a good idea too. Once again, we just mindful of these dry cutting sheep, ladies and gentlemen. They are a little bit harder on the gear than what they have been in previous seasons due to the dry conditions here in the Wairarapa, the lack of rain, and sometimes it really does create a little bit of havoc when it comes to gear selection and just how long your cutter lasts on your handpiece. Sometimes it is better to change before it starts to go off than after it's gone off. The question is, when is the right time to change? Has he got it right? Has he got it wrong? Will we see him in the Evergreen final? The question is, has he done the hard work? Is he
Cursed. Sit down there and we got Peter Taylor. Peter Taylor was an instructor for the Woolboard for many years. Taught a lot of us little rat bags how to shear. So it's good to see him up there having a shear. And Willie, down there on stand number 6. Look at these guys. You can see the rhythm and the flow. So well done, shearers. Push the time button, Willie. Kia ora. So that's heat number 2 of Grade 1. Next up, we'll have the Evergreens Grade 2. So heat 1 of the semi-finals for Evergreens Grade 2. Stand 1, Philip Woodward, Alan Schofield, Willie Buick, Richard Pearson. If you can take the stand, please, gentlemen. Heat number 2, if you guys can just get yourselves ready. Heat 2 will be John Hand, Alan Williams, Peter McCabe, Edwin Perry.
Much on it? All good. Rightio, as we just wait for a start. Still waiting for the green light from the...
Okay, well, because this is the co-martuas of the Evergreens, they only have to shear 3 sheep. And then I'm not sure what we're going to call the grade 3s. The Father Christmas of the Evergreen grade 1s. We're just waiting on the green light. There we go. Okay, timekeepers are ready. Shearers, get set, go.
Rightio, heat number 1, ladies and gentlemen, of the grade 2 of the Evergreens. Stand number 1 will be Philip Woodward. And Alan Schofield will be...
Is Koko Namana. So those are the 2 women pressers that'll be in the final. Congratulations to you. But here we go. We're on to the Evergreens grade 2. We have Philip Woodward. He's from a little place called Wairarapa. And this is the father of the legendary Emily Woodward. Emily Woodward, I think she still holds the record for... Does she still hold the record for the 8-hour lambs?
We should probably do our homework, Tamara. I'm sure we will be able to find out from some source in the stadium, but we'll run with it anyway, eh? Out on to the board comes sheep number 2 for Philip. Off down the belly he goes. Belly will be chuck clear for him, and he'll hit the first leg. Take the trimming on the top side of the leg. Down the first leg he goes. Big sweeping blows down into that undermine. Alan Schofield. Undermine time for him. Steps up. Breaks that neck wall open. Takes the cheek wall and he'll work his way around the shoulder. Willie Buick. Down the first leg he goes. Undermine time for him. Takes the top knot. Steps up. He'll break that neck wall open.
It is at the moment nipping on Roland Smith's heels. And I think David's got real big plans for the Golden Shears this year, hopefully to win it. And we have Richard Pearson down there on stand number 4. Richard Shaw for many, many years for the Woolhandlers here at the Golden Shears. We thank him for his services. They came and did it for nothing. I think he might have Shaw there for maybe 10 or 12 years. That's the guy down there on stand number 4. So here we go. Last 2 to go in for sheep number 3. And we're only on 4 minutes. That's pretty good going.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They might be called the Evergreens, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll tell you what, these guys, they definitely haven't forgotten on how to shear a sheep. They might be a little bit rusty in their joints might be a little bit sorer than what they used to be, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you what, they have not lost any of the skill that they had back in their prime. Down the first leg goes the man down there on stand number 4, Richard Pearson. Up and round the shoulders he goes. Third and final sheep on the board for these competitors. Down the last side he goes, Alan Schofield. Finishing touches for him. Philip Woodward. Down and over the brisket he goes. Chasing him hard, but Willie Buick, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Give him a big hand. That is semi-final number 1 for our Evergreens. Radio Tama gets heat number 2 on the board, please.
Thank you, Kerry. Heat 2. Stand 1, John Hand. Alan Williams. Peter McCain, Edwin Perry. So these guys shore those sheep in around 6 minutes. It's a very good time. There's just over 2 minutes to sheep. And if you're shearing for 8 hours, that's 240 sheep for the day. So that's pretty good.
Lazy $500 in the hand, Tama. Not bad money, eh?
Beautiful.
Not bad money at all.
So we'll let these Evergreens just go and have a quick look at their sheep, make sure their neighbour hasn't got better sheep than them. As they say, the grass is always greener on the other side when you walk into a pen. Let's have fun. It's a fun event. Cavalier, I think, are the sponsors. Sorry, Supreme Auto Refinishes are the sponsors of the Senior Speed Shearing, and New Zealand Wool Scouring are the sponsor of the Open. So thank you very much to those sponsors. We can't say enough about our sponsors because without them we wouldn't be able to have this wonderful event here in Masterton 2020. So waiting on the green light, it can't be too far away. Food smells pretty good, Kerry.
I tell you what, Tamara, I think we must be right in the drift. I'll tell you what, it's been a bit of a long session, and when you smell the old tucker coming past your nose, I'm just like, where's old Gerald gone? There we go. Green light. Rightio, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Timekeeper ready. Competitors set, go. Heat number 2 of our Evergreen Grade 2, ladies and gentlemen. John Hand will take stand number 1. Alan Williams will take 2.
66, this man. Look at him rolling down the last side. Shearing away beautifully. He's been around New Zealand. He's promoting his gear. And look at it. His gear is running like the wind at the moment. You got Pete McCabe down there on stand number 4. Pete's the next one in line, but John Hand's making no race of it. He's just saying, come here, you little beauties. We've got Alan Williams there on stand number 2. From Carterton, just down the road towards the big Wellington. And Edwin Perry down there. Stand number 4, a local Masterton man. So John Hand down there, into the belly he works. Peter McCabe. Peter, a lot of these guys, they're not full-time shearers, ladies and gentlemen. These guys just do this to be a part of the 60th anniversary. A lot of these guys probably shore in the very, very early ones many, many years ago. So it's great to have these evergreens here. And John Hand, he's really throwing that steel in there, Kerry.
Oh, he is shearing well. I tell you what, he has come out with the attitude where I'm just going to attack it. And if it's my day, it's my day. And if it's not my day, well, I'll probably go home a little bit disappointed because I felt like I might have shorn better than that. And I tell you what, John Hand, looking at your points, you are shearing very well at the moment. Around the shoulders he goes and drops down into the long blow. Alan Williams. Out he comes with his second sheep of 3 to share in the pen, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Evergreen section semi-final number 2 we are on. This is the last event for the afternoon before we have a break for our night session. And down the first leg goes Alan Williams. I'll tell you what, he's sharing along pretty well too. Of course, taking nothing away from these other competitors. They are good shearers in their own right too. Under the final shoulder and down and out the flank goes the boy down there on stand 3, Peter McCabe. Into the pen he goes for his third and final sheep. Out onto the board. Edwin Perry, finishing touches for him. Oh, and finishing touches for him. Into the pen he goes for his third and final sheep. Down and out the flank. Alan Williams there on 2. Finishing blows for him, out to the tips of the toes. Shearing along pretty well too. Just starting to get the nice style, the nice free-flowing style. Out the hole it goes. Once again, a very, very well shorn sheep. Into the pen for his third and final sheep, ladies and gentlemen. Edwin Perry, down the first leg he goes. Undermine time for him. 1, 2, those big sweeping undermine. Takes the top knot, steps up, breaks the neck will open. But it's going to be the boy down here on stand number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing touches for him. And once again, a very, very well shorn sheep. Big sweeping blows down that final leg. And he'll push his time cord. And well done, Mr. John Hand. Very, very well shorn. And that leaves stands 2, 3, and 4. Alan Williams.
Bruce Pankhurst, Stephen Cooper, and David Hodge. So well done to you, Evergreens. You guys will be in the final in the morning. So back to the board. We have Alan Williams just coming down the last side. It looks like he's actually, got a bit of rhythm, got a bit of flow. He probably wants the music blasting with AC/DC or something. But there he goes. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Evergreens Grade 2. So we're going to get tidied up now, ladies and gentlemen. Go home and have a quick shower. and come back for the evening session. The bar will be open. And we'll see you all then.